anyways. New segment time. Your comments and the future of the channel. It's mostly going to be that. Let's take a look here. Thank you. All right. Is that Huey? Huh?
What?
Are you looking at my screen that I'm sharing?
No.
Oh. This
No.
thumbnail.
Was I supposed to?
No, I mean you could if you wanted to, but this guy looks like Huey in this thumbnail. Anyways. Anyways, let's get into the comments here. I don't know if we got any actually. I mean, I think the Waterball Hat did a bunch of comments. But I don't know. I feel like there were comments, but I don't know. Let me sift through here. Okay. Book about fireflies. Okay, here's one. Buttersock comments. Okay, the Buttersock got comments apparently. Ah, yes. Okay. Is the Buttersock a good weapon? iCarly. It's a video. Normal video. The Waterball commented, Spidey have the video with some meme edits. Nice. Also, you should have shot the melon with a gun. We don't know what the damage a gun can do.
That is true.
Yeah, I thought about it, and I left a comment to him. I told him, like, I thought about it. I really did think about it. I wanted to, but there was nobody home, and I was in a rush. When to have kids has a comment on it. There's a... Okay. Ethan Oakes commented, you should talk about your thoughts and opinions on the war on right now in a video. It'd be interesting to hear. So, he was talking about Ukraine. I think he edited... No, he didn't edit it. Anyways. Well, he was talking about Ukraine, and I said we've talked about Ukraine in a previous podcast. So...
Yeah.
I didn't feel we needed to do it again.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but if you want us to cover it again, we can. I didn't think there was much.
The only thing about war is that war is kind of one of those things where you almost feel biased, and that there is really only one. Sometimes, I guess, there's only one side that's like good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very difficult subject to talk about because you feel biased towards the side that's either
right.
That's usually suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to make better content. Minecraft 103. The water bottle commented, my favorite Let's Play was the ethos style, like you said. You grind a few days and only include the important parts. He doesn't live stream it, but live streaming it could be beneficial to try and grow the channel. And I said I agree. So I have tried a different style with the gaming channel. It's been going about a week or so now. And I think I talked to you about it, where I spend many hours grinding. I record this, and then I edit it up into a video. Sometimes I've got some narration that I do. Usually I do that to pad the runtime, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, damn phone. Minecraft Super Flat Pilot. The water bottle commented on Minecraft Super Flat Pilot. Small world, now Super Flat. Who else is coming up with these original ideas? They're not original. I said, lol, IBX Toy Cat. Because he had the idea to do both. So, and actually, he's still playing on a Super Flat. He stopped on a small world. But, Preserving natural beauty. Why are my most popular videos are live streams? 36. There it is. Preserving natural beauty. Bedrock Let's Play 36. The Waterball commented, the new style is good with less with time lapses and a live gameplay and voiceovers. Keep things interesting. And I said thank you, and I'll keep it up. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So anyways, a lot of comments on the gaming channel. Gaming channel got lots of comments. It's been doing well actually. I think I hate pyramids. The Waterball commented, gonna have to clear a lot of land to fit those pyramids in. Yeah, they're pretty big. Ryan Orange also commented hi. I said hello. He didn't say anything back. But, you know, he was telling me about the pyramids. You know, I was struggling to build this pyramid, trying to get the math and stuff to work out. And he still doesn't believe that the Egyptians built the things. He's like, no way. Like,
no way.
No way. You know, he's like, you're struggling to build the damn thing in Minecraft. You know, imagine trying to do it in real life. And I'm like, he's got a point.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, they were built over thousands of years.
Well, I mean, one pyramid was built over like 100 years or so.
Oh, was it that quick?
Yeah.
Oh.
It took them like 100 years to build each pyramid. Like, they would start working on it, like, sometime as, like, the pharaoh would never see it finished. Like, he would die long before it ever got finished.
Yeah.
Farms. Super Flat Survival #2. The Warbell commented, incredible development in the new world. Yeah, I did so... this is my favorite world to play on right now. Wow, I'm just looking at this thinking about the progress I've made since this video, and yeah, it's my favorite video. It's my favorite series right now. I've been doing a lot of work on it. I've really enjoyed it. It's a fun series so far, so it's very exciting. I'm just building farms right now, so it's kind of exciting. Anyways. Pyramid 1 done. Minecraft 105. Ryan Orange commented, next build a chocolate chip cookie and when it is a stream. So I don't know, Ryan. I don't know when the next stream is. I don't know. I should reply to him. I don't know. And I've got several other ideas currently, but a cookie is a good idea too. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff to work on. They're going to take me a long time, some of these damn things. A lot of pyramids right now. But
Pyramids, yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of different types of pyramids to build. Anyways, which means I got to kill the wither a lot, but that's okay. The worst part is just grounding wither skeleton skulls. But I can get over that. Well, anyways, what was I going to say? Future of the channel. Right. So we're approaching podcast 100. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. So I talked to Will and I talked to Kyle. Okay. Kyle so the next podcast, right? Let me see if I can pull it. I can't. Wow. Seriously, Windows 11. You still don't let me do that? Okay. I'll pull up a calendar on my phone. Okay, so the next podcast 100, the next podcast, will need to be recorded the first week of August. So the first, second, or the third, I determined. Because Sunday, if we want Will, you know. And Will's like, that's fine. Those 3 days right now should work. Just let me know a time.
Yeah.
I talked to Kyle. He's like, well, Monday and Wednesday work for now. And I'm like, make them work forever. Because we don't really, we can't, we want the whole gang together for this thing. This isn't like maybe. It's like, no, this is like, I wanted to say we're going to do it Monday. And then that's it on that discussion. Yeah. But he's like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, listen, we don't get a lot of chances with Will here, my friend. We can't.
You should tell him that.
Well, he didn't respond to my thing, so
he has a habit of not responding. Even when you say like @ in his name, he still doesn't respond.
Yeah, I will let him know though. I'll tell him like, hey, we don't have a lot of chances with Will here, so it's like, big deal. So that's exciting. And then the big question is, we're still working on science videos. We got some more to come. Phil's got to organize a script. I've got to finish a script this week. That way, if we get them done, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get mine done by this weekend, but depending on what we do,
we'll certainly try.
Depending on what we do Saturday, I could get 2 videos filmed Sunday. That's kind of my plan. Sunday, I want to film 2 videos.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, so, what was I gonna say? Future of the channel, right? So, the podcast, right? We're gonna do 100 episodes here soon, which is just crazy to think about. Mm-hmm. And so we gotta figure out, what are we gonna do for the 100th episode? We gotta do something exciting, something different. It's gonna have birthday cake. What? You realize how challenging it is enough to get us all in the same place on Discord, let alone the same place to eat a cake?
Well, I was thinking just sit in your freezer for a year.
Oh God, I don't have room for a cake in my freezer.
Because you don't eat sweets, so people would come over. It's like, what? A birthday cake in here? Oh, because of just from like a year ago.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing about the podcast. Don't worry about it.
It's a big, long story.
It's like those beers, right? I buy a 6-pack for you. They sat in my fridge for like 6 months before you finally finished them.
Yeah, like one a month.
Yeah, which is weird.
Number 6 was not as tasty as the first.
Oh, I could imagine. I didn't think it would be.
Yeah, don't do that this year.
Oh, I gotta go buy another 6-pack for you.
I don't know if you're planning on it, but don't.
I didn't. No.
Tony Chachere's popcorn is more than sufficient for me.
Oh God, the deadly popcorn. Oh yeah. Man. So Tony Chachere's is a seasoning. It's a great seasoning, but I put it on popcorn one time, and it about killed me because every bite just caused you to cough and hack. It took me like 2 days.
And I didn't believe you, so I tried.
He finished it in one sitting. I will say he finished it.
I set a record.
He set a record, but you were dying the entire time. Well, popcorn sounds good. I might have some tonight, actually. No, yeah, you were dying the entire time, and it's just.
I bet it'd be easier if I had like a nose plug or something.
I don't know. I don't think it's the nose. I think it gets in the back of your throat.
That too.
And then it goes up, then it goes back into your nostrils that way and causes issues. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Hard to say, but yeah, I put it on popcorn one time and it caused a lot of issues. It's very good though. Very good though. So anyways, but okay, apart from podcast 100, I don't know what we're going to do. It's going to be, the fact that we have all 4 of us, hopefully, should be sufficient enough. But for the new podcast, I think so here's the thing. I don't want to model it after Safety Third, but at the same time, our podcast is definitely very different than other podcasts, which maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. Leave a comment on what you think about this.
Hey, uniqueness. Have our
Yes,
own style.
we got our own style, but I was thinking, there are some topics that will take up an entire length of a podcast. Like right now, our podcast is like 2 hours, which is a long time. I think maybe we could, 2 hours, 1.5 hours, sometimes even longer, sometimes shorter. It really depends.
I
You know,
feel like we should try to keep it closer to an hour.
right. And I think
I feel like
we
in general
just
podcasts are like an hour.
right. And I think we're trying to cram too much in with 4 segments, and each segment can draw on forever. Like today, like the James Webb thing. I had no idea it was going to take so long to go through James Webb. I had no idea,
Mhm.
and it
If you
did.
let it.
Yeah, and there's still probably stuff to discuss about it. That the James Webb and the space telescope business, that whole thing you could do probably multiple podcasts on it.
Yeah.
You know, or there's a variety of things. A whole, or you talk about, and so I think what we want to try and do is basically come up with lists of topics to discuss. We're still going to try and stick with current events, what's currently going on, keep things in the loop. Comments, maybe that'll be a segment, maybe in the gaming videos. I can read comments
Yeah.
over there, maybe. Or maybe in the science videos at the end, maybe. I don't know.
Hmm.
You'll have to let me know. Let me know. Although, that would require me to record the entire science video, let that sit in storage for however many months, and then record a video that's recent, like within like the day before it goes up or whatever, reading recent comments. Like what? That's gonna kind of break continuity quite a bit. People are like, this was in December and now it's June. What the hell? You know. So there's that. But we can have lists of topics to discuss. And we set like an hour or whatever, or maybe a little over. Set about an hour, and if we go through all the topics in that hour, that's okay. Good, a good week. If we don't, then they just roll over to the next week. If it's current events that obviously don't make it to next week, then maybe we just don't talk about those. Maybe I talk about them in a Let's Play or something. If they don't get covered, and the highlights in their current form are going to go bye bye. And highlights could become more of a challenge to do, but certainly not impossible. They wouldn't be consistent,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe they'd have to make a third channel where we just upload the highlights, which is what a lot of podcasts do. They have a whole channel dedicated to highlights. Maybe that's what they'd have to do since they wouldn't be consistent. And you want to have consistent uploads.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We got a whole nother podcast still to discuss and think about this, and kind of design it. Maybe we just trial run. You do podcast 101, podcast 102. We do them as trial runs, and then if we don't like it, we go back to the old way or find something else. And if we're not liking the inconsistencies with the if we're not liking the inconsistencies of the highlights, then they can go on their own channel.
Yeah.
Then the main channel will just be podcast once a week and science videos on the other week. But not podcast once a week, sorry. Podcast every other week, and on the opposite weeks, science videos. I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot less content. It's going to see a big dip in views and watch time. So it's going to be rough at first, but maybe it'll benefit. The science videos, I think it's kind of interesting. They get more views, and maybe it's because they're shorter, but also maybe it's because they're up there for a week. People come in and they check the channel, and it's like, oh, he hasn't posted anything recently, but here's the latest post. As we're
Mm-hmm.
with the podcast, they're constantly getting notifications, with the highlights, and they check in. It's like, oh, another highlight, whatever. The science channel's like, oh, look, he made a science video. So maybe we'd get better views that way because now it's like I haven't heard from Dr. Sheep in a week. Goes and checks it out. Oh, we got a podcast. Oh, we've got this. And if people like the highlights, they can go to the highlight channel. And maybe the highlight channel could build their own, its own ecosystem.
Yeah.
It's an idea. Certainly something we could try out. I have to let me know. We are going to stick with the name TGIF Talks, though. I like the name. It's a good name. So, anyways,